from Islands to Universal is not bad at all, and we get to pass by Toothsome and the Hard Rock Cafe and kind of go on the other side of this river. Oh, I see the Voodoo Donuts way across the way too. It's that pink building. I'd like to check that out at some point as well. And this is the entrance to Universal Studios, I guess, so very different. But there is the big iconic Universal ball, which I did see in a vlog a few days ago that it is not spinning, and it's still not spinning. So I don't know what's up with the spinning function, but here we go. We're gonna check out this park too. I'm excited. We got a few hours to do a couple fun things in this one as well and get a feel for it. And here we go, seeing Universal for our first time. I think we probably missed like a lot of the like streetmosphere entertainment, but the park was like dead with no rides open all day, so we didn't really have a reason to come yet, but I'm liking the look of it so far and everything. There's the new Despicable Me stuff. I know Minion Mayhem is there, and then Villain Con just opened recently too. And yeah, here's the whole Minion Land. This is fun. And we're gonna go this way. Make sure we don't go faster than 30 miles per hour. We don't want to speed, but we're gonna head over this way. I think ET is over here, and that's what Jamie really wants to do. Like, that is her number one in this park. And honestly, at Universal, it was meeting the Grinch and going on ET. So we're gonna do it, and hopefully it's fun. I'm really excited for ET too. I've always wanted to go on it, so here we go. I'm feeling Universal Studios though so far. It feels a lot less crowded in this park already. Like, this feels worlds different. So yeah, I would have liked to come over here earlier when it was like empty. It probably would have been a really unique experience, but at the same time, like, we didn't really have much to do if we came here. Oh, the Brown Derby. That's shared between Disney and here. That's funny. But they've got the Brown Derby restaurant. This is a hat shop. Also, I was gonna say that I think Chris Pratt and Emma Watson are like the coolest of these theme parks, because who else do you know that has like parts in pre-shows and movies between both Universal and Disney? Chris Pratt is in Cosmic Rewind, and he has a part in the pre-show Velocicoaster, and then Emma Watson is obviously Belle from the live action, and then you've also got her in the pre-show for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, so that was really cool. And out of the two, Islands of Adventure is definitely the park that has always interested me more, but Universal Studios is looking really cool. Look at Cafe La Bamba, it's beautiful, and it's a big park. Like, I'm so surprised. Fast and Furious all the way over there. This whole central section, it's really cool looking actually. It does feel like kind of like a Hollywood, like a Studios. I like it. It's making me miss old MGM and Hollywood Studios when it was actually kind of like relevant and pertained to movies and filmmaking. Kind of fallen off of that, so I appreciate this for what it is. Here we go. We are in the queue for the ET Adventure. This is what Jamie has been waiting for. Jamie, are you excited? Yes, she's very excited for the ET Adventure. I am too. Actually, what I heard the guy saying too is that it's built on coaster tracks, but he said it's, you know, it doesn't go upside down, nothing, no inversions, it's very slow. But so, is ET technically like a powered coaster? I don't know. I mean, I don't consider them coasters if they're like powered and can't carry their own speed or have any sort of momentum. I think that's pretty standard, but is ET similar? I don't know. So I guess we've got like a pre-show type thing on this one too, and a theater area. It's kind of cool. I like when queues do this just to break apart the wait time. Oh my gosh, we are getting interplanetary travel passes and passports so we can fly with ET. This is exciting. Okay, this is cool. This is a cool queue. Look at this. Wow. I'm pretty amazed. This is so cool. We have to present our passports here. This is awesome. Wow, I love this queue. Check that out. So cool. This is crazy. I'm so impressed by all the queues here. I don't think I've been in a bad queue yet today. There hasn't been a single boring one. And seeing the ride system a little better, I get what the guy was saying about it, like being on like rails like a coaster. Like, I guess it kind of almost looks like it's almost like a funny like aero suspended coaster with bike seats. I mean, if it was fully in action or whatever, but it's obviously totally different. I would not consider it a coaster mechanism at all, not even like a self-powered, machine-powered coaster. Totally different. It is a cool ride system though, I will say. I like it. And here we go. We are boarding on our ET adventure. He got it right. ET, ET, ET.
They're getting away. Unit 3, cut them off.
This is cool.
In the bush. The orange light. I see him. Go to Dicky.
We are on ET's planet. This is so cool. He's in the basket. And we found what Jamie was talking about, the magic candles for the ET ride. They're now called Forest Flight. I think it used to be called Extraterrestrial, but it's a whole ET shop too. And ET was amazing. Such a good dark ride. Honestly rivaled any of the Disney dark rides or any others. And I loved the ride system and all the theming. It was so fun. Honestly, spectacular ride. Jamie, did you like ET?
Yes.
That's a kind of cool Trolls backdrop. Jamie, what did you think of ET after wanting to go on it for so long?
It's amazing.
Yeah, we're actually thinking if the weight drops down later, we might just do it again later before we leave. If it's like 15 minutes, we could hit it before we leave the park because we loved it. It was one of both of our favorites, honestly. And now we're cruising back towards kind of like the Minions area and the entrance of the park. I think what I'm gonna do is go on Rip Ride Rockit with the Express Pass, and then Jamie is gonna get those Despicable Me. It's like chips and guac and a little cowboy hat. Yeah, sorry, I always say Despicable Me, but Minions do have
cowboy hat, chips and guac.
Yes, Minions were from Despicable Me, but then they obviously had their own movies, Minions, and a whole spin-off, and are their own thing. But I don't know. I've never seen the Minions movies, but I've seen the Despicable Me movies, so I always associate the Minions with that. That's the drive-in. Yeah, we can go walk past it.
They have a pink Cadillac.
Well, you might have a pink Cadillac. If you haven't checked out our Graceland videos too, we just drove down to Memphis in August and did a whole road trip too. So I'll link like the first one of our drive down to Memphis and then also our Graceland video in here so you can check those out too. Because I actually am wearing my Graceland shirt today too.
I saw Elvis's real Cadillac.
Yes, we actually did see Elvis's Cadillac in Graceland, but turns out that one over there was not a Cadillac, it was a Crown Vic, so I guess you might have a pink Crown Vic, but it doesn't quite have the same ring to it. And I have heard that the Bourne Stuntacular is fantastic, but I don't think we're going to see it today. And Jamie's just kind of having fun seeing all the little stars on the ground. She saw Lucille Ball, and we're looking for other fun ones. Julie Andrews, oh, hello, Mary Poppins. The Minion Land does look really fun. It's kind of cool that they've added this all in, and it's shaped up really quickly. And there is VillainCon Minion Blast, which is new. And there's Rip Ride Rockit, which I for sure want to get on. And I'm going to try to play one of the secret menu songs, see if it still works. I've got one number that I know. This is really cool though, Bake My Day. I know they have good Minions treats and stuff there. Ooh, Minions Ice Pops, Blue Banana Minion Pop.
Wow.
That sounds so good. The Bank of Evil. All the Minions theming is really cool. Oh yeah, and here's the Minion Cafe. Perfect. So this is where Jamie's gonna get some chips and guac, I think. Is this Universal's version of Hubgrass? I don't know. Is there a show like even happening here tonight, or are people just chilling? I don't know, but I'm about to be going down Rip Ride Rockit. That's gonna be me. I've heard this one's a little rough. Let's see how it compares to Hulk. All right, I'm ready. Okay, might be an unpopular opinion, but I actually really liked Rip Ride Rockit. I don't know. I dig the vibe of picking your music in a different song every time. I like the secret menu hack. We didn't get one of the songs. Someone else picked like a hip hop song, but it was fun and good amount of forces, really good layout. It is a bit of like rickety and you can tell it probably could, you know, stand for like a little bit of like retracking or touching up, but I loved Rip Ride Rockit. I'm not a huge fan of the vertical lift hills, but other than that, I mean, I don't mind them either, but it was great overall. And this is what I came back to, chips and guac. Actually looks really cool. I like how it's presented in the cowboy hat. What would you rate it, like compared to other guac you've had?
10.
Really? Is that good? Surprising, but that's good. I'm glad. And we just sit here and watch Rip Ride. Papa Nana. That's funny. Oh, I see the Minions popcorn buckets. I actually did kind of want to get a Universal popcorn bucket, but we can always do it another time. And I think we're gonna go to Revenge of the Mummy. I see it ahead over there, and I'm really excited. Oh, and there's Jimmy Fallon. I don't think we're gonna be able to do Jimmy Fallon this time, but maybe another time. And there goes Rip Ride Rockit. Oh, and this is so cool. It's the Macy's, yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh, if only they had a Christmas parade, it'd be like the Macy's Christmas parade. That's so cool. And here we go on the Mummy. We're gonna put our phones in a locker, and here we go. Jamie saw the Priscilla Hotel and wanted to walk past because we just saw the Priscilla movie too the other day. But I really like the Mummy. I would consider it like, it's got incredible theming. I'm just a big fan of how Universal kind of does those like dark ride coaster type things. They work really well. Disney needs more of those, kind of like Cosmic Rewind, honestly. But the Mummy was good. Jamie wasn't too big a fan. I don't know what the Kitty Cat Club is. What did you think of the Mummy? No. I said it was like a watered down rock and roller coaster for the inside portion, but I loved the theming. I thought the opening scenes were much better, and I liked how it had some backwards and a couple stops and show scenes throughout. Really, really cool. And we're heading towards the Harry Potter part of this park. We haven't even seen it yet, so we're gonna check it out. We're coming up to like Fast and Furious. I did hear that they used to do shows out on the water here, but they're not currently doing one, so hopefully they will soon as like a nighttime show. And we're gonna go find, the Harry Potter section of this park. Jamie just got a really cool drink from Chez Alcatraz, and it's over by, there's like a shark on the water. Maybe it's by where they used to have Jaws, I don't know. I'm sad they don't have Jaws here anymore, but Jamie, let's show your drink. It's got little sharks in it, and grenadine, blue curacao, so it looks like a shark attack. Look at it, hold it up a little so you can see the blue and the red. Yeah, that's so cool. Looks yummy. Yeah, we're almost at the Harry Potter section. I can see King's Cross. And there is King's Cross Station, which I'm still a little bit salty that we couldn't use for our park to park, but it's okay. And we're gonna try to find Gringotts. Is this the Harry Potter section? Do we really go through this? This looks pretty cool, like platform 9 3/4 and everything. Are we gonna transport to Diagon Alley? I think we actually are going to Diagon Alley. Yeah, the broken wall. Oh, this is so cool. And we don't have that much time to spend here in this. I feel like I just walked into the movie. Oh my goodness, this is so cool. Oh, I need Quidditch supplies. I might need to go to Ollivander's to get my wand. This is just fantastic. And that's where the dragon breathes the fire too. It looks like he's gonna do it soon. I see everyone holding up their cameras. This is so cool though. Like their theming here is incredible. It straight up looks like we're in the Harry Potter movie. And yep, we're gonna head to Gringotts. Oh, is he gonna breathe? I just saw everyone hold up their cameras. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. There's always like little rumblings and then everyone starts looking. This is incredible though. I'm so impressed. It really like, same deal. The themed areas totally take you away and put you in a different world. It's just absolutely fantastic. Oh, and there is the Escape from Gringotts Bank. I see the queue. This is so cool. I'm seriously just blown away. I want to spend so much time here. And look at the Christmas decorations. And then right across from there is the entrance to Escape from Gringotts. It's a 40-minute wait right now. We're going to do it. None of the waits have been as long as posted, so it probably won't be. So there are lockers too for Escape from Gringotts. We just put our bag in there and we're going to go. But you can keep phones for this one. Again with the queues. Oh my, check that out. This is incredible. I feel like I'm in Gringotts Bank. This is wild. Oh my goodness. This is so cool.
Move along to the security office to have your complete roller coaster ride with sudden and dramatic.
This queue has like a Rise of the Resistance vibe too, where it's got like multiple different scenes and things you kind of go through to get to the ride, which makes it feel like the wait is last, which is nice. The effect of the elevator moving and going down though, it's pretty good. It felt realistic. And now we are underground. We gotta climb these last stairs to board the ride. I'm so excited. It feels like we're in our cave really now. I'm so excited. We're at the loading area, so here we go. We didn't get to see the dragon go off, but I gotta say Gringotts was great, and Jamie liked it a little bit better than Forbidden Journey and some of the others like the Mummy, but what I'm gonna say is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, probably my top favorite coaster and ride of all time right now. I love the Omni coaster system, but Gringotts came out a few years ago, and I know that the Omni coaster is like kind of coined as its own thing for Guardians, has some differences, but I mean, Gringotts was a coaster. Gringotts is a coaster on rails that also turns to focus you on different show scenes. I don't know. I mean, I feel like Gringotts kind of did it first and then Guardians just expanded from there. So I don't know. I really liked Gringotts. I could have done without a lot of the 3D, but oh wait, he might be going. Let's see. Maybe not. I feel like every time there's rumbling, everyone gets excited thinking he's gonna blow his fire, and then he doesn't. I really do want to see it though. But truly, between Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley here, I don't know which I like better. They're both fantastic, just absolutely fantastic. Universal as a whole, I'm really impressed today. I'll kind of give my full thoughts and recap too, and again, trying not to keep comparing it to Disney, but it's very hard not to, because that's what we're so used to. But we also do have a lot of other theme park experience, so we've got some good things to kind of, you know, set it against. Oh, I love the night bus. That was from the third one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. It's a cool little scene right there. Krusty Land looks insane over here, and the whole Simpsons area. This is our first time walking through here too, so we're gonna be seeing it for the first time. Oh, that's Men in Black over there, which I wasn't too interested in for this trip either. There were higher priority rides, so maybe another time, but look at Universal at night. It's beautiful. Oh, Rip Ride Rockit. I love how the cars have the lights. So going over that loop, they look fantastic. Just check this out. There are a lot of fun games here too. Kind of getting some Dino Land vibes, or like they had over in the Jurassic Park area. Krusty is hilarious. And with that, we are just walking through the Simpsons area. Oh, that looks actually really good. Bumblebee Man's Tacos, wow. And we are heading out of Universal Studios, Florida for the night. It was so much fun. Islands of Adventure and Studios. Yeah, some mishaps with Studios today, and we might try to follow up with guest relations because it was pretty unfortunate, but we had a fantastic day. It was a great first introduction to Universal, and we're gonna get heading back to Cabana Bay now. One last look at the Universal Ball.
Made it back to the room. I changed out of my clothes, but I got my chips and queso that I really wanted last night. It's amazing. It's so good. I thought it was white queso, but I thought I would just film this right now before I take my eyelashes off. These are Kiss eyelashes that are the holiday version, so they have little diamonds on it. But my eyes are starting to bother me, so this is before the makeup is off.
We're going now to get some food from the diner, but the fire pit is going, and that's so cool. And they do sell s'more kits inside the diner, so you can take them out and sit at the fire pit and cook them. And I'm excited to get some food and try something new from the Bayliner Diner. We're gonna quick check out the Cabana Bay gift shop too, because we actually haven't looked at it. And we wanted to see if they have those Grinch Spirit jerseys here, because we wanted to get them in the parks, but we won't be able to go back to the parks now. We only got single-day tickets. Oh, this is cool. I like these mugs, the Duff beer mugs. It looks like it's got a beer in it. And the big cups. Oh, they've got Jurassic Park stuff. Oh, I like that hoodie a lot. I kind of want that. I kind of want that hoodie. How much is it? 47? Okay, I honestly might get one of those. Oh, Shrek characters. Oh, donkey. Oh, that's the baby donkey. That's actually that's a dronky.
Look at the Gingy.
That's Gingy. Yeah, and Shrek and Puss in Boots. Wow.
Wait, look at
Oh, that's kind of cute actually. I like that. And the ET plushes. There's a bunch of Marvel stuff here too, which again, just the weird debate of Disney and Universal both having Marvel stuff currently. But nice to see. I love the Cabana Bay Resort merch. I'm honestly probably gonna have to get something, whether I get like a towel. We're bopping between the phone and the camera today, but I stopped at the International World of Taste here at the Bayliner Diner, and I went with the jerk roasted half chicken. So they said it's gonna be like 2 minutes until it comes out, but that means it should be nice and fresh and hot and perfect. So I'm really excited to try it. And I think I might just get mashed potatoes. So here's what I actually got from the Bayliner Diner. We just walked it back to the room in to-go boxes, but this is a roasted jerk half chicken with a ton of mashed potatoes and gravy. It looks so good. And then Jamie got the bacon cheeseburger tonight that I got last night with the crinkle cut fries. It looks super good.
It was so good last night.
Yeah. We're gonna dig in. It looks yummy. Jamie normally likes her mashed potatoes without gravy, so she's gonna try a little gravy.
It needs salt.
I'm not gonna give her a lot. I'm just gonna like dab it in the sauce a little bit. Here, I just basically dabbed it in the sauce in there. It's not like a super flavorful gravy.
Honestly, the gravy reminds me of the
mushroom sauce.
The mushroom sauce.
That's basically what gravy is.
I wish I would have asked for a whole cup of it now.
And I'm doing it. I'm getting a scoop of ice cream from the shake shop. I'm getting banana pudding.
I really wish I brought a stuffed animal. Where's the sound coming from? Arie, what? Oh, wow.
It's Hedwig.
I don't even know who Hedwig is, but he's so cute.
And he's soft and cuddly. He's Harry Potter's owl.
Oh.
Okay, so you just got to see our full Universal day and kind of the full experience, and it was both of our first time at Universal Studios or Islands of Adventure. So we did want to kind of take a minute to sit and just recap our experience, talk about some of the things we really liked, some of the kind of hiccups in our day, things that, you know, weren't so great, and give some of the pros and cons kind of that we could see compared to, like, you know, Disney or other theme parks that we've been to. Hopefully, you know, through this vlog or our recap too, you can kind of learn a little bit more about Universal if you've never been, or just, you know, get some of our thoughts too, coming from people who are typically pretty used to Disney. Let's just get on into it. Jamie, what did you think of Universal? What were your thoughts?
I liked Universal. We only had one day there. The thing I didn't like was the lines getting in that day. We didn't know the other park was basically shut down, and the lines for the rides were absolutely insane. Island of Adventure to me didn't seem as big of a park. I just felt like everything was more close together and cluttered in a way.
It is kind of easy to navigate for that reason too, though,
Yeah.
because everything just goes in a nice little circle. You kind of just walk
And
around.
you don't
the
really,
lagoon.
you can't really get lost there.
Yeah, and you just, I mean, if you don't know where you are, you can just kind of keep going in a circle around the lagoon and you'll go through all the lands.
That day in Dr. Seuss Land, that was the one I was the most excited for, and I did have a great time. The little rides, like the flying fish, was like 50 minutes of a wait.
Overall, I'd say we both like really enjoyed it, but it was just a huge bummer that a lot of the rides at Universal Studios were not operating or working, because it did just make the waits at Islands of Adventure so much longer. And I was fortunate to have gotten there early for early entry and hit like Velocicoaster, Hagrid's, Hulk, and some of the big ones, and I did have Express Pass, but I was still able to kind of hit some of the top rides, and Jamie and I did most of the big ones that we wanted to do together as well, but there were a lot of others that we would have liked to get to, and it just kind of made the day a little bit harder to figure out logistically, with everything being so packed and just not really knowing where to go, and also just our first time navigating the park and trying to figure out what rides to hit and everything, with that added layer of difficulty on top of it, just was a little frustrating. But like we still had an amazing day. No major complaints at all there. What would you say were your favorite things that we did at Universal?
I liked the Whoville, of course, for Christmas. I was sad that we were like a few days short of meeting the live action Grinch. I still got to meet the cartoon Grinch. One day we'll be able to go down there for
Full Universal
the
holiday.
full Grinchmas. And then I liked going to the Universal Park and going on the ET ride. I just liked the layout and everything of that park a little bit better. It was just more relaxed. I liked the Minion Land food. The Harry Potter land in each park was so cool. Like the castle was really cool, and the fire breathing dragon. So I would say that was another thing that I liked that we did there too. If it counts, I liked our resort with the Volcano Bay right outside.
Yeah, I mean, Cabana Bay was awesome. It's not, I wouldn't technically include it in like our favorite Universal Parks things, but if you haven't seen any of our Cabana Bay videos, or especially like our Cabana Bay tour, I'll put it above.
Check it out.
Yeah, we did a full tour kind of walking over the resort, and we loved staying there and just being in close proximity to either walk to the parks or take the shuttle in like 5 or 10 minutes was amazing. And yeah, like Jamie said, some of my favorite things that we did together too were the Seuss Landing and the E.T. ride. We both loved E.T. And then just spending time in both the Harry Potter sections, both Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, both were just incredible. They blew me away.
The only thing that disappointed me was the train.
Yeah, we couldn't ride the train between the parks because the waits were so crazy, so that was unfortunate.
I haven't even seen any of the movies. Arie's seen them, and I think he's read the books too. It was so fun for me.
And I'd say for me, my personal favorite things that Jamie didn't do because she's not into like the super thrilling rides were obviously Hagrid's and the Velocicoaster. I really don't know which I liked better between the two, but Hagrid's was amazing. It was the theming was fantastic, and just all the surprises in it, and really having kind of like, you know, a story coaster that's family friendly. And then, I mean, Velocicoaster is just like one of the top coasters in the US right now, theming and thrill-wise. Out of all the roller coasters and rides that I went on last year and rode, Velocicoaster is definitely up there in like my top 3, but we did go to Dollywood and Kings Island too.
We went to a lot of theme parks.
And I rode Cosmic Rewind, so like it's really, really hard to pick a top. Like I feel like I basically like kind of reformulated like my whole top 5 coaster rides last year after going to those parks.
Yes.
Anyway, too, a couple of the ones that actually surprised me a lot that I wasn't like super excited for. Like I wanted to go on them, but I wasn't expecting a ton. Forbidden Journey and Gringotts for the Harry Potter rides were awesome. I thought Forbidden Journey was kind of almost like Flight of Passage, just with moving and physical set pieces, and me and Jamie did that one together too.
And you didn't go on the Jurassic Water ride.
Yeah, that was another one that I had that we wanted to get on, but didn't.
I said I was gonna go on that one.
Gringotts did really surprise me too. It was kind of like an Omni coaster system, but just with some screens and slower moving, and I thought it was really cool. I would definitely ride it again. And then a couple other just random notes too. I thought Rip Ride Rockit was much better than expected based on what I had heard about it. I don't think it deserves all the hate that it gets. I actually thought it was a pretty great coaster. Hulk was by far the most intense coaster in the park, which I kind of expected, but like it even was a little more intense than I expected. And Mummy was, you know, just as good as or even better than expected. I would love to ride that one again anytime. And like Jamie said, we did want to get on a couple other ones like the River Journey, and I would like to ride like
the train.
Yeah, the train, and I would like to ride like Skull Island, the King Kong ride too, and a couple others. And we wanted to do like Jimmy Fallon and some of the Minions rides.
Oh yeah, but they were all shut. Some of them were still shut down.
Yeah, they weren't even running for most of the day, and then if they did open, lines were long or we didn't have time. So next time we're definitely gonna go back to Universal. Just a couple other like random thoughts and notes too that I had from our day of Universal. A couple things I wanted to call out as far as like pros and cons go, and just some general observations. It's so nice that Universal is in close proximity to the resorts and you can walk there for most of them, and the shuttles don't take long. So like the logistics of traveling is much easier than something like Disney, where a lot of the times you have to think ahead like an hour, or like budget in like an hour for travel time, or you know, if you're trying to get to resorts or other places, like take like multiple connection points. And Universal is just pretty simple. Like you just get on the shuttle, you go to one location, or you walk there, and it's super cool how the entry gate has City Walk, and then you lead into both the parks.
So it's kind of like, if you compare it to Disney, it's kind of like you're walking into Disney Springs and then you're walking to 2 different theme parks.
Yeah, and like an entry gate from like your shopping and, you know, dining venue, which is really cool. And it almost
makes
does feel
easier.
Yeah, it does. It's almost like an airport or train terminal or something with the moving walkways. It's cool.
And the security.
Yeah. Another random note too is that I think it is kind of weird that Universal still is like so heavy on using like the paper tickets for scanning like your tickets and your express passes. Like that really doesn't even exist at Disney. Like even if you have like, you know, not a Magic Band or anything, like you're doing mobile tickets or something. And also the day that we were there, they've started recently at Universal doing like the facial scanning, and it was just taking forever to take pictures of everyone getting in. And I know like with Disney they do the fingerprint scanning, but the facial one at Universal took a lot longer to sit there and take pictures of everyone's faces.
And like I think their cameras weren't working either.
So with the paper tickets too, I just feel like there should be an added convenience factor with putting something like a magic band in, or I kept seeing it. We didn't go to Volcano Bay, but I know all about the Tapu Tapu that they use there, so why not take like, you know, a Tapu Tapu type technology and put tickets and other things on it. I think it would work really well for entry into the park, doing early entry, like, you know, how you have to show up a hotel room key. They could just scan your band instead and store all your information on there. I think especially with Epic Universe coming, it's something they should think about just for convenience and really, like, you know, some upgrades for making it easier for park guests and an overall better experience. But that's another thing too. I just think with Epic Universe coming, it's going to be incredible, and Disney is really going to have something to worry about there, because like personally I'm so excited for it. I want to be there for the opening of Epic Universe, and am like far more interested in that than honestly like any of the projects that Disney has going on right now, because like what do we have to look forward to? Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and not much else out that besides some...
I'm looking forward to that.
I am too, I absolutely am, but again, it's just a retheme of a ride.
I can't wait to ride that ride again. It was my favorite.
Yeah, Jamie did not like Splash Mountain anyway, so she's not...
I was actually kidding.
I'm really excited for Tiana's, and I really do hope they add in like, you know, a Tiana's restaurant with some beignets
they
there.
are going to.
Yeah, I think so. That's the rumors. But yeah, just the other things too, like the blue sky ideas and other things that they've thrown out, they're not like, you know, super in line with the direction that I think the Disney park should go, and it's not like super exciting at the moment. Like there's nothing huge coming.
You're trashing Disney
now. I'm not. I'm just saying that I think that Epic Universe is far more intriguing, in that I don't think Disney has anything else huge slated that I'm looking forward to that much. We are both
sitting here with the ears on, and you're just throwing away from
huge Disney
home
fans.
under the
We're
bus
Disney
right
people,
now.
but I gotta say, Universal's really interesting me more at the moment. So I want to be there for Epic Universe 2025. I want to stay in like the Terra Nova or Stella Luna resorts. I hope I got those names right, and I want to be there. I've just heard other things too about bringing like Legend of Zelda to the Lost Continent area of Islands of Adventure, and Pokemon to Universal Studios, and all of those things excite me a lot. So definitely just a lot on the horizon for Universal that I'm looking forward to as well. I also do just wish that throughout our day we had been able to try more food and drinks. We didn't really have a good opportunity to branch out and investigate and try some top things. So next time.
Yeah, with the other park being closed.
Yeah, next time. Jamie did get her one thing that she really wanted.
And we weren't there for that long either, so.
Oh, and the one thing that I was like so looking forward to trying, the butterbeer, after wanting it for years, it wasn't as good as I thought.
It was decent.
It wasn't as good as expected, and it
well,
was
I was
just so
also
sweet.
really thirsty when I tried it, and it was really hot, and I was standing in the sun waiting for the crunch, and I sipped it, and I was like, oh, that's not that bad. Or maybe I was just really thirsty, but I'm gonna try it again next time.
Other one note to kind of compare is that ticket pricing was pretty similar to Disney, both for like a single day ticket or like their hopper option, which they call park to park. Yeah, slightly cheaper, but then when you consider their Express Pass is much more than like a Genie Plus. Like I paid like $150 just for the day of Express Pass, but it does get you far better perks where like you can just keep going back in the lines for the rides, and you essentially do skip them. You don't have to worry about like fiddling around on the app and booking times and stuff. So there is an added convenience factor there to, you know, the amount of rides that you can go on. But I also didn't really get that much use out of my Express Pass the day that we went. I think I used it for 3 rides. I think I used it for Hulk, Velocicoaster, and Rip Ride Rockit, and then there was really no need otherwise because Hagrid's doesn't accept it, and Jamie and I did the other rides together. So I wish I had gotten a little more use out of it, but overall, just an amazing day. I love seeing the different variety of rides, IPs, having a couple more thrilling rides than Disney does.
Orlando park than we've ever done before.
Yeah, and I was so impressed by all the theming. Like every queue that we walked in, I was blown away. Every different land that we walked in, I was blown away, especially after being at like our Six Flags in Kings Island, where granted like they have great coasters and rides, but their theming and upkeep is not like, you know, top notch what you'd expect at like a Dollywood or a Disney or Universal. And Universal is just such a breath of fresh air. Like I thought the theming and everything and the details were, you know, over the top in the best way possible. So we had an amazing day. I can't wait to go back. How about you?
Me too. I definitely go back again and spend more time there because I don't want to rush things next time. And like now that we have an idea of what Universal and the resorts are like there, we got it down and we can make another great trip or even better trip. See what it's like different times of the year, because I know that they do Mardi Gras as well.
So if you did enjoy getting to see our Universal day, getting to come with for our first experience, if you've, you know, seen any of our Cabana Bay stuff too, or our other Universal videos from the trip, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up. We would really appreciate it so much. It really does help the channel, and we're hoping to travel back to other places and make more videos this year. So if you want to see more of that too, make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you can be notified when we do post those new videos. And if you found anything in this video helpful, like any of our recap, pros and cons review, if you've got any questions that we didn't answer about Disney or Universal or any of the theme parks that we've been to over the past year now, throw them in the comments and we'd be happy to answer and try to respond to the best of our abilities in any way that we can. So just let us know. Thank you for joining us along our vacation and on our journey, and not so much keeping up in Disney this time, but thank you for
keeping up in Universal/Disney Springs.
Yeah, and thank you for
resorts.
Yeah, and just thank you for keeping up with Jamie and Arie. And as always, we will see you real soon.
Bye.